Hey everyone, it's your girl Joy, and welcome to another episode of Living. This is episode 41, and in a few moments, I'm going to be talking to the Sister Talks ladies. I love when the Sister Talks ladies come on. We have such a good time, and I know you will enjoy the ladies. All right, grab your journal or a sheet of paper, and I'll be right back.
Thank you for tuning in today. Our mission is to equip and empower you to dig in and soar higher, doing the things that you love. This podcast is where you'll hear leading experts from around the globe figuring out what you could be doing to tackle your greatest business challenges. So get ready to hear from some of the brightest minds and boldest thinkers on how they're taking on these problems and how you could too. Now here's your host.
Welcome back. So most of you know me, but for those of you who do not know me, my name is Joy Norman, and I'm an empowerment and success coach, and I am the CEO of the international organization and movement Becoming Fierce Female Entrepreneurs. And I am blessed to work with success-driven women entrepreneurs, and I am blessed to help them get past their fear, move past procrastination, and take action and build a profitable and sustainable business without wasting time on strategies that just don't work. Even if you've been struggling to grow your business for years and you haven't seen much fruit. And also, I am the host of this YouTube podcast, which is a podcast all about informing, inspiring, and empowering women entrepreneurs to grow a sustainable and profitable business. Working your business can be overwhelming and tough, and it's easy to get lost in a busy life. And so we just want to inspire you and support your growth. Okay, let's get into this lesson. Far too often, we look at ourselves in the mirror and we tell ourselves that we aren't good enough. Embracing your flaws and accepting yourself for who you are is a great way to change your life and learn to love yourself. But how do we love our flaws and accept our imperfections? Let's talk about it. I hope you enjoy episode 41. This goes out to my sister. Hello, ladies. How is everyone doing?
Doing great.
Right.
Thank you for joining Sister Talks.
I'm here.
Good honor.
And Happy New Year, everyone.
That's what I was just going to say. Just love our Sister Talks community. It's just so nice to see everyone. And it's just nice when we are a cheerleader in someone else's life. We all need to connect with other women, and chances are you are not the only one going through a difficult situation. And sometimes our greatest strengths come in recognizing that we cannot do things alone. So thank you, ladies, for inspiring and empowering and supporting others to soar just a little higher.
Amen. Yes. Thank you.
Yes. So let's start with some introductions. So tell us your name, where you are joining us from, and what you do.
I'm Connie Donley, and I'm in Citrus Heights, California. And what I do, I am ready to retire soon, yes, but my ministry is Love in Action. And we have a number of different ministries underneath that covering. Our main focus is we just want to help hurting people. And that's my main heartbeat right there. Those that are going through things we like to be able to come alongside of them with resources and personal time and prayer and things like that.
Awesome.
I am Carrie Wooden, and I am a joy coach. I help people reclaim joy to live a more purpose-driven life. And I am in Willow Creek, California. Haven't got washed away yet, but it is raining.
I'm Andrea Imafidon, or you can call me Drea. I am in Alabama by way of Boston, Massachusetts. Oh my gosh, that's a mouthful to say. I am a professor, blogger, change agent, and clinical social worker. And my purpose is just to elevate and educate and inspire others to become the best version of themselves.
Yes. And somebody just had a birthday.
Yes, and I just had a birthday, and I'm just thankful. I turned 40, and I know people like, it's not ladylike to tell your age, but it's a big milestone. And I'm just very thankful to be above ground and to serve in my full purpose. And it's true. Life starts at 40 because I feel very different. I feel this is a hard reset of my life.
I would encourage you in that too. And that's very true. I'm almost twice as old as you, and I'll be celebrating that in another 6 weeks. And you're right. You have so much to give because you've come to a certain point. You've been through stuff, and you're right. People you are credible with more people now.
Yes.
Yeah. So yay you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Drea. All right, well, let's start with the game. All right, it is time for 2 truths and 1 untruth. So you tell us 2 truths, 1 untruth, and we have to guess which one is not true. All right, who likes to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right. My first is I have 11 children. My second is my favorite job that I've ever done was breaking and training horses. And my third is I'm 50 years old.
It's 2 or 3, because I know you have the 11 children.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, 11 children. I'm going to say also you're 50, and the lie would be the training. You said horses?
Mm-hmm. I think she trains the horses. I'm going to say she's not 50.
That's what I'm going to say. You're not 50. That's what I would think. Because you don't look
right.
Oh, we're right.
You're right. I am level 52.
Oh.
You go by levels because I earned all that experience. So.
I like that.
Oh, you're over 50? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, we got it, Connie.
I'll go next. I was a trained ballerina for 13 years. I have ridden on elephants in my lifetime. And also, too, I am the only girl out of my siblings.
Okay. I know that one. The last one is true.
Oh.
I think.
I'm going to say the ballerina is the falsehood.
No,
What do you think,
the
Connie?
ballerina is true.
Oh.
And also, too, I am the only girl out of my siblings and the youngest.
So the one that's not true is which one?
No, that's true. Being the youngest and the only girl, and also being a ballerina, those 2 things are true. The false is have ridden on elephants. I haven't did that yet. That's on the list.
Oh, okay. What was you gonna guess, Connie?
I don't know. You look like you could be a ballerina, so that was believable. I can see you pirouetting and doing.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
I was thinking she did ride on the elephants, but you had recently posted something. Where were you, Drea?
I was in North Alabama, and it was like the Sortos Falls, so there was like a lot of waterfalls here, and so we went hiking and took pictures of chasing waterfalls, I guess.
Oh, okay. So that's why I was going to guess that you actually wrote the elephant.
I wish that would have been fun.
Okay, Connie, let's see if I can guess yours.
All right. I have 4 children. I went skydiving on my 60th birthday, and I'm originally from Pennsylvania.
Oh, skydiving. Okay, y'all guess.
I think the Pennsylvania one is the falsehood.
I think so too. I think I can see Connie skydiving.
I can totally see her skydiving.
Actually, what's false is the 4 children. I do not have 4 children.
Oh, you know what? That's right. I was counting. It's only 3. Right. Darn it. I messed that up.
And I
forgot about that. It's 2 girls and a boy. That's right. Oh, darn it.
You guys.
Oh, you got me. I see. I went and she got me on that one. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking you had twins.
I am a twin, but I don't have twins.
Okay, here are mine. I won the chess tournament in 7th grade. I once rear-ended a state trooper. I only eat meat twice a week. Which one is not true?
Rear-ended a state trooper.
Yeah, I think they ran into the state trooper.
I think they're only eating meat twice a week. I think that's not it.
I did not rear end a state trooper.
Goodness, oh my gosh, can you imagine?
I know.
That would not be good.
Not at all.
Oh, no, it would not be good. So, Connie, I threw that one in because I thought you and Yvonne was going to be here. And then the last time we played this game, I was a vegan, right? And they didn't get it right.
Yeah.
So, because I need a little bit more vitamin B and protein, my doctor said, well, try twice a week. So I'm trying it.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Yeah.
And is it working for you?
So far, it's better. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was fun. So much fun. So our topic today is flaws and all, accepting your imperfections. So we're not perfect. We are all flawed. We make mistakes and we don't do everything right, but that doesn't make us any less worthy. But why do we spend more time trying to fix our flaws? We obsess about our body appearance, our personality, our life, and our circumstances. And most of the time, at a deep level, our flaws are subjective and based on our own interpretations, perspective, and focuses. And maybe instead of trying to fix our flaws, it is more important to love them. Could it be that we're afraid that people will think that we are lazy, or maybe they think we're unmotivated about self-improvement? Believe it or not, we've all experienced that sense of feeling flawed in certain aspects of our lives and at particular times in our life. And there is nothing wrong with you feeling this way. Although this feeling can rob you of your energy, your passion, your confidence, and your happiness. And embracing your imperfections gives you permission to live an extraordinary and happy life. And if you don't prioritize you, you won't be able to show up in life for yourself and for your loved ones as best you can or at all. However, it is not too late to start accepting your flaws. Our imperfections make us unique and beautiful. We are perfectly and authentically beautiful in our own special way. So, ladies, for our plug in group discussion, I want to ask you what barriers might be preventing you from ultimately admitting and embracing your flaw or flaws? And then what have you learned about yourself and life by dealing with this flaw? And then how do you appreciate and love your flaw or flaws as a way to create freedom in your life?
Mm.
Mm.
Woo, so good.
Good questions, good questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the barriers for myself have been all the stories that I collected growing up. You know, not being good enough, not being skinny enough, not doing enough. You know, I come from a big family, and so there, you know, I don't think people realize how their words affect you when you're young. And so, you know, I think everybody has them. And for a long time, I didn't believe my art was good enough, right? I, you know, had a relative that said, you know, that art wasn't worth anything. I would never make anything of myself. And I didn't have that confidence in myself. You know, when you're young, it's kind of hard. So subconsciously I didn't do anything with my art for years. And like Dre was saying, she turned 40 and something happens. Like this switch is flipped. And it's like I didn't care anymore. Like I care, but I didn't care what other people thought anymore. You know, I had come to the awareness that God made me the way I am and I can improve on it. And no matter what, everybody goes through the same struggles. And it's the ones that trust in themselves and see them become aware of their ability to not compare to others, to just really go, you know, this is how I am. You know, and I think art is one of those really good examples. It's like, you see, I always compare myself to the people that did the fine art, the gorgeous paintings that were super detailed. And then you look at art now, and this one person, you know, has a different style, abstract art, and they sell tons of art.
Yep.
But the person that spent years and years on one painting, it's sitting in the closet. You know, I think it's all about learning how not to compare ourselves. You know, we should compare ourselves to us. And, you know, when I realized that, then I was able to go, okay, it's okay that I have flaws, because that's what makes me unique. You know, that's what makes me as a person unique. You know, kind of like with art, my art is unique. Nobody else can draw or paint like I do. Nobody else can draw or paint like Joy or, you know, anybody else. You know, I'm unique that way. And some people see the flaws. Well, it's not good enough. It's not exactly like it needs to be. And when we can really get past that and just enjoy being who we are and embrace all the uniqueness, that's what makes us stand out. That's what allows us to shine our light and really help other women, help other people to shine their light also.
Yes, so glad you got free on that because your art is awesome.
Thank you.
What are some barriers? And for me, I have been my own barrier, and I have allowed what other people thought of me to stop me. Believe it or not, I used to be extremely introverted. You would know I was in the room because I had a low self esteem, a low worth. I didn't think I was worthy to be walked on. I mean, it was really bad. And so I allowed, before I knew better, I allowed what other people thought of me to make me see myself in the same way. And so what I had to do, um, and of course the Lord Jesus has done all this for me. But what I learned about myself is, I'm pretty intelligent. I'm likable. I have a lot of skills and I can help a lot of people in a lot of different ways. Um, I found out that I'm very resilient. I can bounce back. I'm an overcomer. And if I know there's something that I want to do, man, I'm going to get her done, And so I discovered that I have the strength inside of me that I didn't realize for a long time that was there. So that encourages me to be all I can be. I want to fulfill the call that God has on my life. That's incredibly important to me. And so how do I appreciate and love my flaws and be free in my own life? That kind of says it right there. And like all of you, I'm sure, I have had a lot of people come up to me over the years and they're watching me and they see me go through this, but I came through it this way, or they're watching. And so you begin to realize you have a greater influence on people than maybe we realize sometimes. So as people see me and each one of us overcoming and being courageous and strong and accomplishing things, it encourages other people and it gives them an opportunity. So then they'll come up to you. So then you have an opportunity to talk to them and speak into their lives, which encourages us all the more, and it helps you to stay humble.
Andrea, we're going to maybe make Connie an honorary fly girl. I heard you say, I heard you say you bounce back.
I do. I do.
Yes. Exactly. This is a good question that I always ask myself because I always tell people I am a perfectionist in recovery. And anytime that you are a perfectionist in recovery, somewhere down the line, someone has said to me, who do you think you are? I always knew I was intelligent. I always knew I had a grand purpose on my life for my parents to have me 12 years later after my brothers. That is definitely a purpose of God placed into your life to do amazing things. But down the line, I always had people, I guess, being very young of who do you think you are? You think you're intelligent, you thinking this, and I've never been a boastful person. I always tell people I straddle the fence of being an extrovert and an introvert. And I spent a lot of my years being very shy because I feel like I have talkative parents and have to do a lot of active listening. So active listening is one of my super skills. But a lot of times when someone asks you, who do you think you are, that does take a hit onto your flaws. And then you really start looking at yourself as an insecure person. So I spent years of, okay, am I good enough to be in these spaces? And not knowing that, I've been redirected and placed in those spaces for a reason. And being an academia is definitely who do you think you are because you do not have a PhD. How did you arrive at this destination? And a lot of times it's beyond my control. So I'm constantly overcoming that who do you think you are and those insecurities, and know that this is beyond who I am. The scope of work that I do is, if I wasn't meant to be here, I wouldn't be placed here. And I think a lot of times, we take that personally of who do you think you are? You're not good enough. Your work is not good enough. You didn't dot that I, didn't cross that T, but not knowing that person who's giving you those messages, they have to deal with their own insecurities, and that's a them issue. And I remember I had an older friend tell me, she's like, Andrea, you can't take these things personally because that's a them issue. That's their reality they're trying to reflect onto you. So a lot of times in my life, I'm very cool, calm, collected. A lot of people don't like that. I'm very indifferent about a lot of things unless I'm really passionate and purpose about it. But it's just, I'm navigating flaws every day. And like I said, before turning 40, I felt that switch coming on of I had to really truly live my life. This is the life that the Most High have given me, and how dare I walk around dimming my own light, because we can also dim our own light and get in our own way. So my forever purpose above ground is to make sure that I'm going to shed my light onto, you know, other people who, because I could share my light and I could share my love onto other people who need it, because someone has told them, who do you think you are? And, you know, they actually, you know, took that personally and actually dimmed their own light. So that's something that, you know, I'm navigating on a daily basis. And as Connie said, I'm a resilient person. I have overcame a lot publicly, privately, but I didn't, it just redirected me to a grander purpose. And I didn't die from it. Yes, I may have been embarrassed, may have been shamed, but I can't forever coexist in that. And I do have a testimony to share and say, hey, you know, someone else who may be going through the same thing, you also can overcome those flaws and imperfections, because this too shall pass. That's my mom and I's favorite term of saying to one another, this too shall pass. You know, tough times don't last forever. Tough people do. And, you know, I'm definitely a tough cookie. And, you know, now it's just time for me to really be even more fly and soar past, you know, the flaws.
Yes. Every time you talk, I always think of that song, Shine Bright Like a Diamond. And I like that. I love that she's shining her light and not dimming it. And that's really good, because we got to remember that. You are enough. And so what barriers might be preventing me from ultimately admitting and embracing my flaws? For me, at first, it was hard being around so many introverts, because I like to socialize and talk.
No.
I was waiting on that. Yes. But believe it or not, I tried to fit in whenever I was around introverts, because they're very quiet, they're to themselves, and they think before they speak. And I'm not like that. I'm very outgoing. I'm very friendly, and I might say the first thing that pop into my mind, and I might say it out loud. Be like, oh, did I just say that? You know. And I may stutter, you know, I may mess up sometimes, but it's okay. So I just strive to be a good person, to continue growing every day. So what I learned about myself in dealing with being an extrovert, that I learned to appreciate my own uniqueness, which at the time I thought it was a flaw, because I was just around so many introverts. But to create freedom in my life, I had to realize that just because introverts are different from me, it didn't mean that they didn't like me. So what I actually found out is most of them envied me. And they would always say, oh, I wish I could put myself out there, you know. And so it was one of the reasons why I started my coaching business, and so that I can empower others, because I was like, oh, okay, I have something here, because a lot of them are not confident. And and so what I do now is I teach them to do it afraid, and to come out, you know, to come out of their shell. And so now I'm okay with being around introverts, and I accept that I'm an extrovert, a little loud.
Okay.
Yeah, friendly, come into the room. Something that a pastor said a few times when we're going to Bible study, same Bible study that you went to, Miss Connie. She said, I don't walk into a room, you know, wondering, you know, being shy or wondering if I'm accepted. She said, I walk into the room now with confidence, and knowing that I am supposed to be there, and that everybody likes me. Yeah. Yeah. And so it was really eye-opening for me to just accept that's who I am. And then, like I said, after I realized, especially when I started coaching and doing my intaking process, that's when I realized that a lot of them really wish they were more outgoing. Yeah. And then, I would sing. I was on worship team. I would sing. And then I had, I'll never forget when I had a birthday party. And I sang at my birthday party. And a couple of people come up to me, was like, how could you do that? It's so funny. So after I started really embracing and really talking to introverts, I realized it wasn't like, oh, they didn't like me. They were just shy. Yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah. So it was so freeing when I could just be myself, and not worry about what other people think. Oh God, it was so freeing.
I really agree with what you're saying. And I have come to the point that I am unique. I do know that. I don't think there's another person like me on planet Earth. But I'm authentic and I'm real and I'm me. And I am finally way comfortable with that. Am I working to improve? Yeah, but not to the point that I'm obsessed with it. It's just like, okay, yeah, I could do this a little better, do that a little better. But basically, I am unique and authentic and I'm me. And so that's okay. That's the way God made me.
Yes. Yeah. And when we learn about ourselves like that, like for me, I just realized I have to give them time. Introverts is like, okay, that was a lie.
Yeah.
I come in, I'm hugging, I'm kissing, and it's like, okay, that's and some people would kind of sit there, especially like at church, you walk up behind them or whatever. And just recently there was a birthday party and I went to, and I hadn't seen these people in a long time. And I can't help myself. I just have a laugh, I laugh loud. And one of the ladies turned around and she goes, oh, I know that laugh. And it just made me feel so good. And she never got up or anything. And I just walked behind her and gave her a big hug, And I found out, like I said, what you learn, people, they just doing them. They not thinking about you like that. It was like, that made her night.
Yeah.
But if I would change who I am, I wouldn't be spreading all this joy.
That's true, though. Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting because one thing I found, like, I used to be afraid of doing live video, like on Facebook and stuff like that. And the videos I did where I messed up, I laughed at myself, those were the videos that connected with more women and those out there than the ones where I was trying to, have my script and everything else. And it's like, now it's like, oh, I messed up the word, whatever. So, it's all good. And that's when you really connect, because everybody wants to feel like, it's okay just to be themselves.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it is. The ones I love, especially the live ones, is when people get tongue-tied. And then they'll laugh at themselves. And so I found out, oh, that's what I can say.
Right.
Like, or like Carrie has said it a few times, and she'll go, oh, I can really talk today, And I go, oh, that's what I'll say.
Right.
Yeah, that's because I'll stutter or, mess up a word. But come on, we're human, and I just love it. I love it. Go ahead, Drea.
Exactly. No, I was gonna say, like, sometimes we forget that we are humans and we're all imperfect, and it's okay to mess up a word. It's okay to make an error. And also laugh at yourself. I think, people take themselves so seriously. It's okay to laugh at yourself and to laugh and release it, because there's no such thing as perfection. That would be a boring life. If you were perfect and you did everything perfect and everybody was perfect, that would be so boring and dull. So that's the beauty of life, is being imperfect and, saying, oh yeah, I messed that up, and keep rolling. And some people not even paying attention anyways. They're like, okay, whatever. Keep going. And you just gotta keep going.
I know, huh? And I love that with social media now, most of the ones that go viral are the ones that people messed up. They're falling or tripping over themselves. So it's been nice, at least for me, to see more of that than, people just being perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's not real or authentic.
It's usually when you start laughing and you snort that, then game over. Game over.
Oh, it's nothing like a good snort. My husband cracks up at that. He loves that.
Yeah, or when you chortle. A chortle is a combination of a snort and a chuckle. You're just laughing so hard and all these sounds are coming out like, oh.
Right.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Hey, do you want to be a guest on our YouTube podcast? Do you have an inspiring and informative story that you want to share with a worldwide audience? Do you have a business or service that you want to share with women entrepreneurs? Do you want to make strategic connections with our audience? Well, you are in the right place. We are looking for speakers who want to be featured on our YouTube podcast show. So tell us what you do. What are you passionate about? The Living Show is a YouTube show all about informing and inspiring women entrepreneurs to grow their business. Working on your business can be tough and overwhelming, and it's easy to get lost in a busy life. And we may be independent and strong, but we also need to take time out to support and learn from each other. So we just want to inspire you and support your growth. You can participate and connect in active forum discussions. You can be featured as a one-time guest on our recurring Sister Talks panel. Come and connect with other ambitious, inquisitive, successful expert speakers, each of whom have a network of similar connections to introduce you to. And if you are interested, go to our website at becomingfierceentrepreneurs.com and click on our services page to schedule a meet and greet. We can't wait to talk to you. Okay, well, ladies, it is time for Note to Self. Note to Self. So for our Note to Self discussion, your flaws don't define you no matter how bad you think they are, but you will lose essence of who you are if you keep trying to get rid of them. Being different isn't always a bad thing. And no matter how much you want to change your imperfections, you should realize that they are a part of who you are. And just like most of us just said that. So for our Note to Self discussion, what did you find helpful about today's talk? And then going forward, what can you improve upon?
I think it was really helpful that we can relate to each other.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And I mean, going forward, just being aware of that we all are flawed. We were created that way. Life would be really boring if we were all created the same and all created perfect.
Yeah.
So
I would agree with that. That's the first thing I thought, because I was relating with all of you. I thought, yep, I'm not the only one that's this way. And then I look at the caliber and the beauty of the women, that are here and that are out there, and I'm thinking, man, flaws and all, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. So I how can I improve myself? I think just accept myself and, even more, be more comfortable in my own skin, which I pretty well am. And if there's areas that are my strengths, I think it's good to play them up because there's always someone that can benefit from our strengths.
Yes.
Ooh. Ooh,
And
really?
Definitely compassion for yourself.
yes, that's
Yeah,
important.
more compassion. Ooh, that's good. That's
Definitely.
good.
Definitely.
And I love it, Connie. I love your laughter. Yeah.
I laugh like my daddy, real loud, real loud.
Oh my goodness, yes, you are so funny. Anyway,
I would definitely say what was helpful for today's talk was understanding that we're all interconnected despite our backgrounds and how we may look. We all are interconnected and we're all just trying to find our space on a space called Earth. And that's okay. And we all are successful in our own right. So that definitely helps me to understand, like, just because what you can see on the outside, we still are dealing with our own personal, issues within, but we can also help one another with that. And moving forward is just taking moment at a time. And I think so many times we're trying to go from like A to Z. We're trying to go from January to December. I got to accomplish all these goals and I got to like look perfect doing it. And it's okay if you just accomplish one goal of just being and being still and keep your sanity. So that's something that I have to improve on because I know I can get very futuristic and want to accomplish all these goals, but just to really be still and be mindful. And it's okay if I just only accomplish one thing of just being still or just, once again, being the light and never forgetting who I am and not let anyone, dampen my spirit.
yes.
And I think another key thing is when we do blow it and we do, we all make mistakes. We all blow it. And I'm one of those that later on, oh man, I think after the situation, I could have done this or I could have said that. But those are learning points for us also. They really are. So if we can just kind of reflect on it and go, all right, I didn't do so hot there. But you know what? I did learn this. And next time I'm going to try to do this instead.
Get better. Yep.
All perspective.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Because half of the time, Connie, I do that a lot too, because I do a lot of podcasts. And then I'll go back and watch it. I'm like, oh, that wasn't so bad. But while I'm doing it, I've been thinking I really messed up. And then I'll get some compliments or some comments. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I was.
Yes, I was okay.
Right.
I was like, oh my goodness. And what most people see is confidence. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what I was giving off. All right.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Because I guess, I kept on going or I keep on doing it. So it's that's funny because I've just got to say that most of the time. Yep, it's our own self.
Yes.
Gosh.
Well, on that, January to December thing, Drea, I am already starting on Christmas shopping. Just saying.
Right. But this is the best time to go because this is when the deals are, Carrie.
Yeah. And I've already started designing some new ornaments for next year or this year. Yeah. That's me.
Well, yay, you.
Well, as long as you're having fun, don't be too hard on yourself. Okay?
That is so true.
I am having fun, so
good.
Yes, and on that note of having fun. So, before we go, in last month's episode 40, I shared that I recently adopted an all-in lifestyle change. And I also shared an exercise that I like to do at the beginning of each year to just help me jumpstart my year. And so I like to share those with you today. And so here are mine. This year, I will accept my past and not stay stuck dwelling on it. I will deal with what needs to be dealt with and move on. This year, I will act in confidence and expect good things in the future. This year, I will be intentional and in the moment. This year, I will eat healthier foods. This year, I will give donated school supplies to needed teachers in the local area. This year, I will grow by taking the necessary steps to build my business. This year, I will have more quality time with my family. This year, I will honor God and trust that as I step out with confidence and try new things, He will lead and guide me. This year, I will invest by trying new things to sustain my business. This year, I will learn to put all of my trust in God. This year, I will continue to make God the head of my life. This year, I will quit comparing my business to others. God has given me my own unique gifts and talents. This year, I will see new possibilities and seize new opportunities. And this year, I will start believing that God is working His perfect will in my life, and I can trust that He is moving me to thrive and enjoy the best me in 23.
Yay.
Yeah. So
I love it.
Yes.
I do.
Thank you. Would any of you like to share your this year I will statements?
I will.
Okay.
So this year, I will accept divine help and intervention and set myself and pride aside. This year, I will act in faith and be a light unto others. This year, I will eat healthier and the cheesecake. This year, I will give wholeheartedly and grow more in my purpose and God's purpose for me. This year, I will have the courage to speak my truth to others. This year, I will honor myself. I will invest in my time wisely and learn something new. This year, I will make time for self-care because I know I'm short on that one. And this year, I will quit procrastinating. I will see the good in all things, and I will start one step at a time.
Wow. Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
So this year I will accept aging gracefully, act unapologetically because I'll be holding back from time to time, be mindful and grounded, eat healthier, give my time to others because others do need my time, grow and let go. Oh my gosh, like have to let go. Have more time to myself, honor God and myself, invest in myself, which is very key because I invest in other folks. Learn when to move when God redirects me because sometimes I could just stay at a place when I outgrown. Make more memories, quit dwelling on the past, see more of the world, and start my other business as far as with my clothing business.
Very good.
Very good. Very good. Okay, well, this year I'm accepting myself, flaws and all, and I'm accepting the call of God on my life. I'm going to really act on things instead of just thinking and planning on things. I'm going to be more true to myself and be more available with my time to other people. Eating, I really started that, and I'm going to eat less and eat wiser. Giving, like I said, giving more of my time to other people. I'm not going to just stay in the house so much. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have fun doing the things that I know I'm supposed to do. Everything doesn't have to be, I'm one of those that likes everything in its place and order. Let's have some fun. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to honor other people, the people that I'm walking shoulder to shoulder with, and just people in general, just be honorable to other people. I am going to invest in myself. There's some things that I want to accomplish. I want to invest in me so that I can be a better me, for the Lord, and for other people. I do have some things that I'm going to be learning. And actually, for me, I'm going to spend a lot more time in the Word, in the Bible this year, and learn even more about that. I have a bunch of things. I'm a crafty lady, and and so I have a bunch of things that I want to do that I have not done, and so I'm going to be doing that. I was going to say I'll quit talking so much, but I don't know. That one would be pretty hard. But I can try, and that comes with listening more and giving more of myself and more time to people, and it helps me to reflect before I speak. So that's a good thing. What am I going to see? You know what, guys? As I'm true to myself, and as I listen to the Lord, I'm able to see a little more clear what the call is on my life, and it comes from not being in such a rush about everything. But as I do these other things, that helps me to see really who I am and the call that's on my life. And I'm starting now, baby. I mean, I've already started. I'm starting it now. I'm not going to procrastinate.
Yay! This is so good. It's just something about saying it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now it's out there. You can't not
Put it
do
in
it.
the universe. Yeah. Can't take it back. Oh my God, this is better than I thought it was gonna be.
You know what? It's really time. I think it's really time to be authentic, to be true, to not be all stuck on your flaws and your own self, because there's a lot for us to do for ourselves and for others. And let's just do it.
This is so awesome, ladies. Oh my goodness. I just love it when you ladies come on for Sister Talks. Oh, it's just blessed. I know it blessed me, so I'm sure you blessed a lot of ladies today.
I learned, and it encourages me.
Yes. Yep. Everyone is going to have challenges.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big thing. We're going to face hard times. We're going to have challenges. We just have to keep going. Yeah. We have to keep going. Remember, we are perfectly and authentically beautiful in our own special way. Yeah. Yes. You ladies, I really appreciate it. All righty.
All righty.
All right. See you, ladies.
God bless you guys.
Take care.
Okay. Well, this concludes episode 41. Flaws and all, accepting your imperfections. Thank you so much, ladies. I enjoyed our Sister Talks panel. I always enjoy you. So much fun when you come on. Thank you for inspiring us and lifting us up. So many nuggets that you dropped on us. Thank you so much, ladies, for making someone's day a little brighter. And thank you so much for inspiring, empowering, and helping someone soar just a little higher. Love you. All right, everyone. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed rest of the week. We will see you back here on another episode of Living. Bye-bye.